Hey guys, it's Emiliath. Recently, I have been freed from my Overwatch shackles thanks to the Marvel Rivals closed beta. If any of you have watched my last Marvel Rivals video, you know I quickly became a Magik one-trick. That was no different when I first started this beta. I still love Magik, and she actually felt a lot better due to nerfs to other characters like Hela, who had no fall-off damage for some reason in the alpha, and I had absolutely no plans to stop being a Magik one-trick. However, I had no idea the cutest character to ever exist would be making an appearance. So I'm sorry, Magik, but
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Anyway, now I'm a Jeff one-trick, so here's everything I've learned so far after playing way too many hours of him in a span of like 4 days. First of all, his healing is insane. You can heal people from across the map and there doesn't seem to be a fall off. Will that stop your teammates from hard LOSing you and then blaming you when they die? No. But it is still cool. Also, with the way his spray works, which operates as a hit scan, it can allow you to get a quick heal off if your idiot tank that's overextended pokes his little head around a corner for even a millisecond. There's so many times that this has quite literally saved someone's life in my games. You see them go around a wall, you start spraying toward that wall, and they suddenly peek out, get a little heal, and then they realize, oh, that's where the heals are, and they come back. There's also the option to toss healing bubbles at a distance to try and throw a Hail Mary to whoever decided it was a good idea to push the enemy team's spawn. And his healing bubbles do give a decent amount of heals, but your teammates will never use them. They'll look directly at them and then completely walk around them like they have leprosy or something. So typically I'll use these for my own survivability and throw bubbles nearby myself and whoever else is holding backline with me so we can self-heal while fending off flankers like Spider-Man. There's also a lot of times I'll get dove by someone and they straight up can't kill me because I walk around in a circle just eating my bubbles. But if your teammates don't have eyes and don't help you with the flanker, there's honestly a high chance you'll die. Unfortunately, Jeff has a huge hitbox and is probably the easiest target for any flanker to go for. His swim can be useful to try and get out of sticky situations because it gives you a little movement buff, but he's still a very easy target to hit while underground, so it's not always reliable. Side note about his swim for anyone that doesn't know, you can use this ability to climb up walls, which can help with LOS or escaping. My solution to flankers targeting me has been to keep my eyes peeled for these characters and start damaging them before they jump me so that when they decide to, hopefully I've taken out enough of their health to fight them off myself. If you're teamed up with Luna, this is made easier because you can empower your damage ability with ice. If a Thor is coming for you though, I don't know what to tell you. He's just gonna kill you. I don't know why he's invisible to teammates or why he hates sharks, but he will kill you and hard focus you until you leave the game crying because there's no fun allowed in the beta. Sorry. Speaking of team-ups, Luna's is amazing for Jeff and makes DPSing and poke damage way easier, as it makes his damage have a bigger hit radius. When I get this team up and see the enemy team has flank characters that will likely target me, I will hold off on using it until they come for me because it makes them much easier to kill. You just have to be aware of the cast time and use it before they're actually on top of you, otherwise you're going to get caught during the cast time and they'll probably kill you. Groot's team up with Jeff is the same as Rocket's. He can jump on his shoulders to give a damage reduction. However, with Rocket, it's very easy to spam heal yourself while on Groot's shoulders. But with Jeff, you can only heal yourself with the bubbles and you don't know that Groot will walk into them. Plus, you have a limited number at a time. This makes Jeff a very easy target while on Groot because you can't self-heal easily and you're being thrown in front of the entire enemy team. I found the best way to use this team up is just to use it like a movement ability when being targeted or to give a very quick damage reduction in a pinch to help keep either character alive. Now, if you've ever played support in any other FPS MOBA game, you've probably heard the phrase, "It's called support, not healer," which is no different in Marvel Rivals. What that means is that you should try not to heal bot because it means you aren't doing as much as you could be doing. Basically, you should be alternating between your heals and your DPS as much as possible. With Jeff, this can be kind of difficult because he has a very long animations between his heal and damage. So he becomes this really proactive character where you have to anticipate where damage will be coming from and how much damage your teammates can take while you poke at the enemy team. This is super hard to balance and truthfully, I've let a lot of my teammates die. Whoops. Just remember that your tank doesn't need heals as soon as he loses 1 HP. You can keep a rhythm of healing, shooting a bit, healing some more. Finally, his ultimate ability. I have such a love-hate relationship with this ability because on the one hand, it's hilarious, and I do love a good way to troll not only the enemy, but also my teammates. But my god, this ultimate is so hard to get off. If you go near the enemy team's backline with this ability and leave even one person alive while you try to get back to your team, you're probably dead. So I'm still experimenting with this ult and the best way to use it, but there are some things I found useful. You can use his ultimate to save your teammates from other ults. For example, I used it one time to eat my own teammates during Storm's ult, saving them even though I died, which means it can be used that way for any ult if you want to save them during big ultimates. This does mean you have to sacrifice yourself though, which means your team will be down as support and will make the fight harder for them to win. I don't know who to use it for, Storm maybe? I protected you with my body. It worked! It worked! They're alive! So I haven't found it super worth it to use it in that way in a lot of situations, but I'm sure there's some that it could be really clutch for. The next and probably the best way to use it is to save it for overtime, eat the enemy team, and drag them away off point so they can't touch to contest. I've used this method a lot and it makes the ult so much easier to pull off this way because more people are touching cart, allowing you to swallow more of the enemy team typically.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Luna won. Luna!
GG.
Seen item twice. Then there's always the hee hee ha ha funny method of eating the enemy team and throwing them off a ledge. This is the one I go for the most often because, let's face it, I'm just a silly goofy gal. This is also the easiest one to die during because sometimes you have to travel a large distance to reach the ledge. Usually I'll plan out my exit strategy before gobbling the enemy team, and beforehand I'll try to find a sneaky flank so I can quickly get in before they have time to scatter. There are also characters that can fly back up even if you manage to spit them out on the ledge. In fact, there's a ton of them. Thor, Hela, Scarlet, Strange, Punisher, just to name a few. So if I happen to grab some of these characters that think they'll be safe when I spit them out, I just take them off the ledge with me to assert dominance. One thing I've learned while using this ultimate is that some characters are very fast, which makes them very hard to eat. For example, Mantis. Or they just have a movement ability that can absolutely bait you into wasting your ultimate. Rocket Raccoon, I'm looking at you. Additionally, there are some characters you straight up cannot eat while they're ulting. The ones I know of off the top of my head are Luna Snow, Storm, Venom, and Punisher, who also can't be eaten while in turret form. Basically, if the character is immune to CC during whatever ability they're casting, you can't eat them. But there are a couple ults that are like a free buffet. Adam Warlocks puts everyone and their mother in one tiny little radius, giving you the all-you-can-eat discount. Other character ults I found really useful to eat are Rockets and Mantis because people tend to group up for them. You could also probably combo with your own Groot ult, but I haven't had a chance to try this one out. The ultimate is super fun either way, and honestly, the devs did an amazing job creating this character. Every ability is just so much fun, and I truly feel like I'm just having a blast every time I choose this character. He's the most fun I've had since, well... That's all I've got for now. For any of you that have been playing the beta, I'd love to hear about your favorite character or if you found any cheeky ways to play Jeff. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.